What is up? We are playing Would You Rather tonight, and I'm going to start with you. You ready? Would you rather the hottest guy, the richest guy, or the guy who will tear your guts apart but bring you to heaven in the bedroom? Pick one, Jen.
First of all, you're scaring me. And I think I'll go with the rich guy.
Oh, you fucking...
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he likes the funny guy, but...
Oh, my God. That gold-digging son of a... Watch. So, Jenny, it's your first time on. We have Kyle, my co-host on Spilled Coffee, basically co-president of the Fantasy Football Advice Network, runs the shows Monday through Friday. We got Jenny for the first time here. Other than fantasy football, Jen, what are your interests? What do you do? What are you busy with? What's up?
Busy with 3 kids. It's my life.
Boys, girls?
You know.
Jen, tell the crap. Oh, my God.
We got little wish lists. Basically, you were revealing to the world that you outkicked your coverage tonight, and now you're making her tell your life story. So
Exactly.
We have 2 girls and a boy. I'm also a teacher, so and it is my teaching season, right, Kyle?
Yeah, and it's that patience that you gain from being a teacher that has you put up with Scotty all the time, I'm sure.
Oh, I just ignore him.
It's hard to, Jen. It is very hard to. I guess I'll be sleeping on the couch once again. You are also a Peloton freak.
Oh, I wouldn't say a freak. I like to be fit. Yes. You call me a freak, though.
Yes. That's yeah. But all right, we're gonna get into it. Kyle's gonna help out too. I'm actually gonna go over the matchups of all the people in the Queen's Ransom leagues of the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. Would you rather? Like, we're gonna start with the quarterbacks. First matchup, we have a pretty easy one, both of you. Would you rather start Purdy or Josh Allen?
Allen.
Well, I have Purdy, and he sucks ass, so Josh Allen.
Yes, even though the Bills are the ball breakers this year, you don't know if they're going to blow a team out or fall flat on their face. Josh Allen is the easy pick. The next one is Dak. Sorry, Kyle, what's up?
I was going to say, I have Brock Purdy in one league, and I had to play him last week for a Jalen Hurts bye, and he did okay. So that was a fortunate timing, I think, on his one good game. But
yeah.
Allen struggled last week, but you're starting him every week.
It is brutal. If you do have Brock Purdy, you are looking for, let's say, some reason Sam Howell is on the waivers. You find Baker Mayfield possibly. Jameis Winston might be the quarterback soon for the Saints. That'd be a good pickup. Kyle, do you have anybody else that you would think, like maybe on waivers, you'd put in instead of Purdy?
I wouldn't take Winston over Purdy.
If he's starting for the Saints, you wouldn't?
No.
All right.
Well, I did pick up Baker last week because that was your advice on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's my backup quarterback now. Well, I guess that they both are backup quarterbacks, but I have to start one of them.
The next one, Dak Prescott or Goff?
Oh, that's tougher for me.
What is it for you, Kyle?
I'm going to say Goff. That one's tougher, but I'm going to go with Goff.
That is close. Jenny Cakes, what do you got?
I would say Dak Prescott. I don't know. I just like him better.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dallas is actually on fire. And
fire, but for some I really feel in my gut they're going to try to get Pollard in that running game going this week against the worst run defense in the league.
You have been hanging. You're hoping Pollard breaks out. I think that's what's coming out of you.
Legit, I think that's going to be a goal of theirs. Like, they have to get that run game going, especially as we inch closer and closer to the playoffs. They're going to need that running game going. They fixed that passing game since the bye week, clearly. Now they need to get that other going to help their defense out and possess the ball longer and stuff too. So I think this is a good launching off point to really work on that run game.
Yeah, for sure. But also Dak Prescott's a good pick because they're going to keep that CD Lamb streak going, which is insane, which over 10 catches, over 150 yards. Moving on to the next one. Shocking this matchup. Shocking Sam Howell versus Justin Herbert. Kyle.
Whew.
How do you believe them apples? You are actually deciding between Howell and Herbert, and it's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But I believe it or not, I'm going with Howell. Did you see what Dak just did to the Giants and how Howell gets them? He'll throw at least 10 more passes than Dak did last week. Dak threw, I think, 35 passes last week. Howell will be up between 40 and 50 somewhere.
It's hopefully our turn to beat up on the Giants. Jen, who do you have, Howell or Herbert?
I'll go with Howell because he's our guy.
That's what I'm talking about. Atta girl. Atta girl.
That's true love when you can join forces behind the Washington Commanders.
Yes, it is. We throw up in the same toilet.
Well, you see, he taught me everything about football, so I had no choice from that. I didn't have a team before I met him.
And unfortunately, I can't even brag about them. I'm going to have you suffer with me. I'm not going to be alone suffering.
Man, forget money, looks, and turn you inside out in bed. You should have married somebody that was rooting for a decent team.
Okay, well, not the Cowboys, bro. Jesus. We won the Super Bowl in the same era.
Doesn't have to be the Cowboys. They're disappointing, too. It could be anybody, just not a Tom Brady fan either.
Yes, fuck Tom Brady. So now
playing anymore.
We actually have the next matchup is two people that are definitely picked up off waivers during the season. We got Josh Dobbs versus Levis.
Dobbs, easily.
Jenny, who do you have?
I'll agree.
You'd rather Dobbs over Levis. Yes, Levis has a lot of upside. I don't know about this year. I don't like the Titans, but Josh Dobbs surprisingly has every opportunity he gets, he thrives. And he might be pushing Cousins out of Minnesota.
I think Cousins is done there.
I like him.
Yeah, I know. Kirk, yeah, you could like him on his crutches. He could be your rich man right there. He's home, so he has time to talk to you. CJ Stroud or Joe Burrow?
Stroud.
Yes, I don't like Joe Burrow.
Oh my God!
I love Joe Burrow, just not against Baltimore this week.
Joey Buckets. I love him smoking his cigars, but I would go CJ Stroud as well. Last matchup of the week for the quarterbacks. Tough one. Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, always.
Oh.
Well, I have Mahomes, so I'm going to go with him. I have him in another league.
Mahomes with an L in it, just for scouting.
Yeah, yes, that was for the first 4 weeks of the season. And you know what? I called Patrick Mahomes and I said he spells his name wrong. Okay, Kyle? He spells his last name wrong.
And Mahomes plays on Monday night. So
all right, the joke was, and I can admit when I make mistakes, I spelled Patrick Mahomes' name wrong since he's been in the league. I put an L after all the time. I don't know why, but I did it.
It was like it was Antonio Mahomes.
Mahomes. So those are the quarterbacks. We're going to move on to the running back matchups. The first running back matchup, we got Kenneth Walker and Joe Mixon versus Pollard and Kareem Hunt.
Walker and Mixon.
Yeah, Walker and Mixon.
I think the Hunt thing just kind of kicks you in the left nutsack, and for you, Jen, punches you in the left titty. So you kind of get fucking ransacked on that one. I agree. Walker and Mixon. The next matchup we have in this.
Now, talking about punching in titties, I think we determined in Vegas that me and Jen are actually the same cup size.
Yeah, yes.
So you got two spots.
Yes, exactly. Jen sent you some of her bras in the mail. You should be getting them on Tuesday.
I'll keep an eye out for those.
Yeah. So the next matchup, we have James Conner and Josh Jacobs versus Mostert and Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, give me the McCaffrey Mostert side.
Me too.
Who's Arizona play? Do we know? I don't know. Connor and Jay, I guess it doesn't matter. CMC is going to score and have 100 total yards.
I like Mostert in his matchup too, but
A-Chain's back.
Connor against Houston is not a terrible matchup. I know A-Chain's back, but I still think Mostert has a pretty good day.
So, Kyle, before we go on to the next one, with A-Chain coming back this week, you're not scared of Mostert getting hurt? All right. Not hurt.
They're still 1A and 1B, just like they were before the injury. I don't see that changing until Mostert gets hurt. Which
Gotcha, broski.
Full certain he will eventually. He always does.
The next matchup we have in this league is David Montgomery and Chuba Hubbard versus Aaron Jones and Singletary. That's a shitty lineup.
What was the first running back?
So the first one is Montgomery and Chuba Hubbard versus a finished Aaron Jones and Singletary.
Go with Monty. He's the best running back in the group there, so go with Monty.
Who are you going with, Jen?
I'll say Jones and Singletary.
Jen, I think, is going with the Singletary over Chuba and having some hopes in Aaron Jones, hoping he turns things around this week. The next one is a pretty stacked lineup. We have Breece Hall and Javonte Williams.
Ooh.
Can a lineup beat those two? Versus James Cook and Najee Harris. And before you talk, Kyle, I know this is
give me the other side. This
is an easy one, though.
Javonte, that's cakewalk, bro. This
is an easy one. But Najee Harris has looked pretty good the last 3 weeks.
He looked all right. He still got replaced as the starter. I'm just gonna throw that out there,
Start Burrow or Fields, 6-point TD. I'm going Burrow.
You gotta go with Burrow, yeah.
And Jen, who would you go with, Burrow or Fields?
I'll go with Burrow too.
Even though she hates Burrow, we're going the triple threat with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, smoke your cigars and win that game, broski. He's going to throw more touchdowns than Fields will. So it's Breece Hall and Javonte versus James Cook and Najee Harris.
Yeah,
I should just move to the next one.
Yeah.
Breece Hall and Javonte she should bench the rest of her team because they're going to dominate there. The last but not least, running backs. Travis Etienne and Austin Eckler versus Derrick Henry and Jalen Warren.
No.
Etienne and Eckler.
Etienne and Eckler. I said yes before you even read the other side.
Yeah. Now, here's one. Breece Hall and Javonte versus Etienne and Eckler.
Etienne and Eckler.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, that's tough for me. Yeah, I guess so, because with Zach Wilson with the Jets, he kind of fucking limits Breece Hall's stats. All righty, moving to wide receivers. Jen, keeping you awake? Jesus Christ. All right, you ready?
I'm usually asleep like an hour and a half by now.
Yes, I know. I could see you. You should start drinking. It helps. Listen, to be married to me too. So also, Jen, I'll start with your team, which your wide receivers are stacked. Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp.
Oh, my God.
Versus Nuka, and Christian Watson.
I'm going to go with mine.
Yeah, Jen. Go with Jen's by a lot, by a large margin. I'm going with Jen's duo over every other duo in the league.
This is going to make me throw up. Yeah, Jen, this is going to make me throw up, but I hope you teabag this team, okay? Yeah. Grab those balls out, put it on the face.
I hope so, too, because I'm hoping to get a spot in number 1 or 2 so I don't have to play that first round in a few weeks.
That's true. Yeah. That's we have a closer one coming. We have Dotson and Keenan Allen versus Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb.
And Jeudy.
Yeah.
Dotson's not been doing great this year.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I know.
It's really Lamb versus Allen because Dotson sucks, Jeudy sucks. It's Lamb versus Allen. Give me Lamb.
Yes, it's I think a slight win. Jeudy and Lamb because Allen's secret. The guy doesn't age apparently. The guy just still fucking catches 100 balls in 1,000.
He's gonna be 50. He's still catching balls from Justin Herbert.
Yeah, in Dynasty, people traded him 3 years ago, and they're like pissed off. So the next one we have DJ Moore and Devontae Adams versus Stephon Diggs and Deontay Johnson.
Diggs and Deontay.
Jenny?
Diggs and yeah.
Diggs and
I agree.
Deontay Johnson over Devontae Adams and DJ Moore. But I will point out I am kind of happy with the way Devontae Adams got the ball last week, and I think that should be good moving forward if you were an Adams owner in fantasy.
You're praying. You're a dynasty owner of Adams in fantasy. You're praying for it.
No, well, yeah, I'm talking about people in redraft. Me, I'm stuck with him, and I hope he gets traded in the offseason.
You made a large error trading for him, I'm not gonna lie.
I got a first rounder with him, though.
Not worth it.
I think. You watch it. You watch your mouth, because I'm gonna change that first rounder to somebody else. You hear me?
We'll see.
Where the hell? DK Metcalf and St. Brown versus Amari Cooper and Ayuk.
St. Brown. Give me the sun god.
Jen?
I agree. DK and St. Brown.
Jen, is there somebody with bigger muscles than DK Metcalf in this league?
I'd have to measure them all.
Oh, Jesus. What type of muscles are we talking about here, Jen? Calm down. What the? I might not see you again.
We're talking about girth here.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Okay, guys. No, his biceps, Jen. Garrett Wilson and Jamar Chase versus Devontae Smith and DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, give me
First
Chase.
one.
Garrett Wilson and Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Last combination, we have Zay Flowers and Scary Terry versus AJ Brown and Mike Evans.
Brown and Evans.
Philly's bye week was last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, because I saw 2 Philadelphia wide receivers in a row, and the Thursday night game didn't happen yet, and I still have them in my mind on a bye. All right, cool. Yeah, AJ Brown and Mike Evans for sure.
Yep.
On to the tight ends. Jen, I would have a comment, but I don't know.
Jen is just so used to having this maniac in her basement screaming all the time. Like,
yeah.
And you could hear him throughout the whole house, which is scary.
I believe it.
Shut up, Jen. Shut up.
And stuff. You're just waking up. You don't have a rooster going off.
No.
Sundays, you just waking up to. It was like, oh, let me get up. Football's almost on. Like,
What the fuck was that?
No,
Oh,
but you
shit.
have to remember we're on the East Coast, so it's already like what, 11:30? We're already all up.
Yeah,
I've got kids. They don't let me sleep.
We put our coffee in already. I'm already on my 17th coffee before spilled coffee. My heart rate is through the roof, and one of these shows, you will see me have a heart attack on air.
Having one right now.
you're having one.
Jesus. Holy shit. All right.
At least finish the show first, Scott. I mean, come
Holy,
on.
holy shit. Where's the Tylenol?
Jen, if you keep interrupting me, you won't have a tight end after this. Oh. Bam! Oh my goodness, I said it. All right. Tight ends, we have Kittle versus Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Give me Kincaid.
Kyle, would you trade Kittle for Kincaid?
Yeah, I want Kincaid. He's crushing it.
Jen, do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kittle's been super inconsistent.
Now we have an easy one, people. Travis Kelce versus Mayer.
Kelsey. Kelsey.
Yeah,
Are you talking about Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
Oh my God.
I swear to
I
God.
will shut this show down right now.
I swear to God, I want to set your hair on fire. Okay? I know this is about women and this is their show, but I swear to God, I will set you on fire. This son of a, listen, we'll burn alive right now. Jesus Christ. Travis Kelce put Swift on the map. I always see Chandler in these chats. Did I mention Chandler?
Yeah, we put his.
Yeah, he asked a question.
Yeah, we had that
He's
question
hungry.
player with Chandler's.
Got you. Yeah, is Madison cleared to play yet? Do we know, Kyle?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
And to be honest with you, I'm not even confident in Chandler. So, I mean, he blew his load, I think, last week. But, all right, the next one. We got Andrew, drop one. MT or Osborne?
My answer is yes.
Is
either one.
Is MT Michael Thomas?
Yeah.
Drop Osborne just for the hopes. Michael Thomas, he's not going to do much. Drop one, Osborne.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd say Osborne. They're both droppable in my eyes, though.
Yeah, they both stink. Don't expect anything Diesel for either one of them, but I drop Osborne. MT has the higher ceiling. Andrews or Ingram?
Andrews.
What happened to the Jaguars' offense, dude? What the fuck?
We played the Niners for one. That doesn't help. And I love the Jaguars matchup against Tennessee this week for everybody except Ingram. They have shut down tight ends, and that's the only thing they can stop this year is tight ends.
So, yeah, Andrews is the easy pick. Kelsey's the easy pick. Kincaid is like the up-and-coming next Travis Kelce, which they said that before the draft, but he's proving to look like that, which is scary.
Andrews, so we got a couple of young guys that are stepping into that top tier this year.
Oh,
they're doing what everybody wanted Pitts to do.
Yes, exactly. Now he's not going to get brought up in this, but is McBride in that conversation yet, or is he still the tier lower with like Ferguson?
I'd put him a tier below.
Okay,
he's not. I don't have him in that top elite tier yet.
Well, until Ertz retires.
I want to see a little bit of consistency first. Yeah.
Okay. Now the next matchup we have Komet versus Njoku.
Njoku.
Well, we have a little compassion for Njoku. He actually was taught by one of our friends. Our friends taught in Jersey City, New Jersey, and had him in her class. So
it's biased.
Kindergarten.
We are biased. It was in kindergarten. Christine had him in
kindergarten.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was a kindergartner. We saw him shit his pants.
I like Njoku. I think Komet has a really good matchup this week, and Komet does not, or Njoku does not against Pittsburgh. That's not a good matchup for him, especially with Deshaun Watson out for the rest of the season.
Yes, Deshaun Watson.
He's going to struggle a little bit going forward.
Deshaun Watson is getting surgery on his throwing shoulder and is out for the remainder of the season, if you did not know. Another quarterback out for the season, which
hashtag QB contract regret.
Yeah. I wanted Washington to get him so bad, and thank God. I wanted Russell Wilson and I wanted Deshaun Watson. Thank God I'm not an NFL GM, okay? Now, last but not least, we have Dalton Schultz versus Hawkinson.
Hawk.
Jen?
Same.
Yeah, Hawkinson. And a surprising stat, which I checked out the stats just to get a heads up or whatever. Hawkinson already has 71 catches.
Yeah.
He's
been high volume, especially since JJ's been out. It's boosted even higher.
My God. I mean, even with JJ coming back this week, supposedly, I love Hawkinson since he came to the Vikings. He came right to the Vikings and just started catching balls. But, yeah, I would go Hawkinson as well. We do have some competitive teams in this league. Jen is up there with touchdowns and tight ends who won last year are 7-3. Jen is 7-3. I think we have 4 teams that are 7-3. So, we are looking to see if we get a new champion, and touchdowns and tight ends are looking to repeat. So Goff or CJ? CJ. Why am I going blind?
Stroud. I want Stroud.
Oh, my God. Goff or Stroud? That's a good one.
Stroud against Arizona. I'm loving that.
Who's Detroit playing?
Chicago.
I like that too.
I like both matchups, but Stroud's been on a tear.
Go with that. They're both doing well. Dude, that's a good matchup. Yeah, I'll go with Kyle. I'll go with CJ Stroud. Go CJ Stroud. Are we catching up here? We'll get all these. Drop one. Okay, then we got Wizzy Jefferson. I have Adams a lot. We're ending on I have Adams, Olave, Johnson, Flowers, and Hopkins. I want to get a running back and trade away one of them, maybe with Madison. Any ideas? I'd keep Adams, Deontay Johnson. I'd keep Adams, Olave, and Flowers. Maybe trade Deontay Johnson and Hopkins for. Kyle might hate me on this. If you're in need for a running back, try for Najee Harris. Hey, keep laughing, man. For what I'm trading?
First of all, I'm keeping Olave, Johnson, Like, if it's me, I'm taking Adams and Madison, and I'm trying to get a top-tier running back.
Oh, he has Madison. Maybe with Madison. So you're trading Adams and Madison. I think you can get.
I think with like Adams, he's not been great this year, but he still has that name value. Like, I think you can get a top tier running back. Go get a Ken Walker or a Tony Pollard, somebody's freaking out of.
Listen, I was trying to be realistic here because you're not going to get a. Kyle gets those trades in my league. You're most likely not going to get that trade. You're not going to get Ken Walker.
If you find the right trade partner that's into Devontae Adams, like you apparently are, then you can get a pretty good little running back.
So he's saying Devontae Adams and Madison for a guy like Ken Walker or Pollard. I'm thinking
it would have been easier to get Ken Walker before this last week. He had a really good game this week.
So shoot for that. If you don't get that, I would go after a guy in the tier of a Najee Harris, James Cook, but you don't have to give up that. I would give up Deontay Johnson.
You don't want no part of Harris because
Warren does the work and Harris gets the TDs. Well, you got the handcuff. Oh, you do have Warren, but you know that Harris gets 80 yards and a touchdown every week. He gets over 10 fantasy points every week.
Use Adams to get a running back, and guys that I'm targeting, it will be harder to get Walker now, but like Pollard, Javonte, Swift, Pacheco, Rashad White. I love all of those guys to target. James Conner's another one you could buy low on.
Oh, God, he with James Conner. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's going to be hurt in 2 weeks.
You could trade Hopkins for James Conner, bro.
That's true. Okay. You don't have to give that much up. Okay. We are headed out, but before, when you you have Warren.
You're up on Harris, but down on Conner?
Yes.
100% workload Conner you're down on, but a number 2 RB and Harris you're up. Give me a break, dude.
Go check the stats, bro. It's over 12 points a week from Najee Harris, man.
Finally, for a couple of weeks, Conner's been hurt. The stats aren't going to match.
I swear to God. Son of a bitch.
I didn't know you were such a Pittsburgh homer, I guess.
No, I want Pickens, but people won't trade me.
Or are you a Bama homer? I don't know. It's one of those.
I do like Alabama running backs. Like you like Oklahoma. But ladies and gentlemen, Queen's Ransom is on every single Wednesday night. You can see people yawning right next to me like that. Ladies, 7-3. She's actually going for the championship. Amber, who usually hosts, will be on next week. She's in Costa Rica in a much nicer place than I am right now in New Jersey. Cold as hell.
Real quick. Friday from the forum, Amber's going to be on. I'm covering. Tyler's not going to be there this week. I'm covering that show this week. And we'll have Tony the Professor, James the Captain, and Amber Lady Shot Caller on there. A bit of a reunion of sorts for some people who haven't been on in a bit.
So please tune in. And Kyle, if before we leave, put on that 25% off.
Oh, yeah.
We got it?
Yeah. I got to switch over here to wait.
Please hit the like, hit the subscribe.
I don't have it over here.
All right, no worries. My Spilled Coffee show on Sunday mornings. Hit us up. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jen, for coming on. Kyle, thanks again, broski. We'll talk soon. And I'll offer you Najee Harris, maybe for a bag of Doritos.
You've been after Ayuk pretty bad, but I can tell you I'm not taking Harris for him.
Son of a bitch! Later, everybody.
See you guys.